Hey, what's up guys? How does a nice plate of garlic Parmesan truffle fries sound? I guarantee it'll blow the minds of your guests at your next party or function. Want to see how I make them? Stick around, I'll show you how. I have about 8 of these medium-sized russet potatoes. I'm not going to peel them, I'm going to leave the skin on because it'll give a little more of that kind of a rustic look to them. I'm going to show you how I prepared these. Just going to go right down the sides. Now you can use these pieces. I'm trying to keep a uniform shape. What I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put these in compost. I'm just going to make about 3/8 inch cuts. On these pieces. I'm going to try to keep them uniform with 3/8 by 3/8. That's about what I'm looking for. I took all the potatoes and soaked them in water. These actually soaked overnight. What this does, it begins to pull the starches out. This is the second step of the process. The next thing I did was I rinsed these several times and I drained them and I set them on a towel-lined sheet pan. I'm going to begin just to pat these dry and try to get them as dry as possible before we move on to the next step. We're going to cook these twice. If you want a nice crispy fry, it's a 2-step process. First you need to blanch them, which means you put them in the oil at a lower temperature and they thoroughly cook the fry. And then you take them out and let them cool to room temperature and you put them in a second time. That's going to get them nice and crispy and brown. If you try to cook them all in one step, they'll get browned on the outside, but the inside will be a little bit mushy and we don't want that. I have about 8 cloves of garlic that I chopped up very finely, a bunch of Italian parsley, some shredded Parmesan cheese, and this is some white truffle oil. You can find these at any high-end grocery store. They can get a little spendy. This 2-ounce bottle was about $23. However, a little goes a long way, and it's always nice to have this in your pantry. You can get less expensive truffle oil. It might be artificially flavored. I would say spend a little extra, get the good quality stuff, so you can have this around for future use. I've put about 1 gallon of vegetable oil in my fryer. We want to blanch these at about 260, so I'm going to set this at 270 because when I put the fries in, it's probably going to bring the temperature down a bit. We're going to cook these in batches. We don't want to overcrowd the fryer. You don't need a fryer to cook French fries. You could use a deep pot or a wok or anything. We're going to transfer these onto a paper towel lined cooking sheet. Ideally, you should refrigerate them and then bring them back up to room temperature before you fry them a second time. All right, so here's our blanched fries. We've cooled them and drained them. Now we're gonna set our fryer to 350, get them nice and crispy, and get them on a plate. All right, let's check it out. Wow, truffles. By the way, if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. We'd love to have you part of the family. We've got a lot of great things planned. Click the little Food Lust icon that'll pop up here shortly, and you're in. Here we go. Got a little bit of everything. Cheers. Wow, that garlic is popping. Those fries are nice and crispy on the outside. That truffle oil is just fantastic. Such a rich, earthy flavor. Trust me guys, give it a try. You'll be amazed. They are amazing. And that's how that one goes.